Hey everyone, and welcome to the next level. This is going to be another video in the bad habits video series where I talk about common bad habits that we have as improvisers and try to address how to fix them. Today we're going to talk about phrase length. I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of improvisers and a lot of players, when they play a solo, it sounds a little bit something like this. In other words, many people play a lot of run-out sentences and they don't really have a good structure of their musical sentences. Like, the big idea behind a lot of what I'm going to be talking about is something I got from the great music educator and trombonist Hal Crook. And the idea is basically, if the soup is too watery, add salt. If the soup is too salty, add water. If you're playing too many long phrases, play some short ones. It's gonna make the solo more interesting. It's gonna revive the solo. It's gonna make it sound fresh. It's gonna make it sound surprising. It's gonna command attention from the listener. If you played a bunch of short phrases, well, maybe you should play a couple long ones after that to make the solo more balanced. You have to be able to notice that in your own playing. And I think most people, when they play, they have no idea that all of their phrases are long. Right? Or that all of their phrases are short. So in the practice room, our job is to pay attention to these bad habits that we might have on our solos. So here's a little series of exercises I like to do to address this issue. Practice playing all short phrases, like this. Then practice playing all medium-length phrases, like this. Then, practice playing some long phrases, like this. Then you can do variations, and this is when it's really going to help you. Play a couple short phrases, followed by a medium phrase. Short phrases, followed by a long phrase. on and so forth. I hope you get the idea by now. My goal is to essentially awaken you to the fact that all the phrases you've been playing have length. It's either short or medium or long, whether you're aware of it or not. And this has an impact on your solo, whether you're aware of it or not. If you're conscious, if you're aware and you know what you're doing, it can have positive impact, or it can have a negative impact where you're just playing a bunch of long phrases, for example, for the entire solo, and you can't quite put your finger on why your solo is boring. As a side note, I want to say that a lot of times when you think your solo is boring, or when someone else's solo is boring, and you can't quite put your finger on why, almost always the reason is going to be one of these bad habits, whether in the area of phrase length, or in the area of rhythmic values, whether it's too many 8 notes or not enough long notes or whatever, or in several other key areas that I'm going to address in future videos. That's about it, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit that like button and subscribe. If you have any questions or concerns or things you would like me to talk about, please post it in the comments below, and I will make sure to address it in future videos. Peace.